Hey guys, welcome back to Ollie Talks Airsoft. In today's video, it's going to be a bit of a follow-on from the last video that I did. So, I actually have some of the HSP mag inserts already. Now, these are the ones that I'm currently using in my GMR mini-map. So I've got 2 of these in there for buddy mags, but they came as a pack of 3, so I've actually got a spare one, but I don't know where it is, so I've got to find it. But I also have some other rather more cheap and basic kydex. And what I'm actually going to do is, I've had a look, and these inserts are the same on the rifle magazine pouch as this one. So I'm actually going to basically line these up, and I'm now going to cut this one ever so slightly shorter. And so basically I'm going to try and achieve that slightly higher magazine ride height, and I'll try and show you now. Hopefully you can see there, that's how much of the magazine I've got to grip onto. I'm actually used to probably having more like that, so I'm used to being able to get, it's actually not much at all. You'll notice it's probably ½ an inch or so, but I do notice it as I'm going in for a mag. There I can get a really good purchase on the magazine, and I can even get my fingers a little bit round the other side as well, which is my preferred way of, getting a really solid hold of that mag. But actually, when it's all the way down in and clipped in, I'm not getting as high a grip, and that's going to make it more difficult for me to insert this magazine. So I've got my Dremel out. I'm going to do the little mods, and then I'll come back to the camera to do the fitment on it, and let's see if it works. So I may have cut a little bit too much, but that's why I've got this cheap one to test it before I actually figure out what I need to do. So this should give me, it should sit here in the pouch, so it should just naturally give me a much higher ride height. So let's see if I can do this while it's all still attached. So here we go, and we're going to slip out the insert. So as you can see, there's those ridges, which is basically the same as these ones here. And I will just compare them just to see. Okay, slightly squarer on the bottom, same height and everything like that, so doesn't look like they've done any improvements, but it does feel, I don't know, it's a slightly different plastic. I don't know if you can tell just from like how shiny it is. Yeah, it seems like it's made of something slightly different. It's a bit stiffer as well, like that's easy, that's really quite stiff. That's interesting, so that's not just the same as the previous one. Okay, so now let's get my jerry-rigged with the little rubbishy little ears on there. Let's poke it up inside. And hopefully, no, one of the ears caught. Let's make sure they both get caught. There we go. Okay, so I've got to try get this Velcro part back up inside. Oh, not too difficult. And make sure that is nice and tight. We now have a shorty. So obviously we're not going to have the clicky function, because the one that I've just put in here basically doesn't have that ridge on it. It's rather more basic, but that is definitely sitting higher. So let me put this on, see if I've now got the functionality that I wanted all along. I'll tilt it up so you don't have to. Okay. Yep, that's about where I want to be. Yep, that's what I was looking for. That's exactly what I was looking for. I thought that was going to be too much, and it's not. Let me grab an AK mag, because that's the point of this. I still want to be able to. Yep. Not as secure, so I think I will have to go for one with the ridge, just so I get that locking on the AK mags. Certainly for the M4 mag, or let me grab an actual gas M4 mag, or see what I've got here. Sorry. That's my Type 89. Yeah, that seems that certainly seems exactly what I want for the amount of magazine that I can grab on an M4. That's what I'm used to being able to get, so we're now more at the same size as my esstac, so for me this now feels much more natural, and I can easily, as soon as I do the mod on one of these now, which I will have to brave up to doing. I'll also have to decide which one to do. I guess I'm going to have to do this this black one, but yeah, it's going to get cut. Already I can tell that I prefer that. So there you go, guys. Yeah, you can modify it, and yeah, you can get that magazine a little bit higher, so you can get a little bit tighter grab on it, a little bit better purchase. I'm gonna have to figure out a way to do it with the pistol mags as well, because they do sit rather deep in the pouch, so you know they can afford to go up a little bit, and I'll still have as good a retention as I had previously. But obviously the other issues regarding, you know, the size of the entrance hole, I've just been leaving mags in them for the time being, just in the hope to stretch them out a little bit and just kind of see how they cope. But anyway, guys, like, there's going to be more updates to come. I'll let you know how they get on, and when I come to doing this, I will I'll let you know. What I might do is I might just switch back, and I'll do a bit of chopping and changing between this setup that's shorter and the original, as you know, HSP provided it, and just see if it is, you know, I want this to break in. I need to give it like a proper chance before I kind of jump in and do this kind of modification. But it's making my gear work for me rather than me like working for the gear. So yeah, that's probably the perfect analogy. Instead of me having to work to get the mag and to get a good high grip on that mag, it's just doing what I'm used to it doing, and I don't have to like change my training in order to use a different piece of kit. I've managed to change this piece of kit. I've managed to increase my my functionality, so I can now use those AK mags, which I was really wanting to do. But also, it's not been to the detriment of my play. So there you go. That's it. Yeah, hopefully you found this useful and interesting. But until the next time, guys, take care.